Hello there, Grumpy Old Fart here. I'm doing a TV series review of it was one of my favorite series called The X-Files. We'll get the basics out of the way and then I'll give you my ideas here. It was on TV from 1993 to 2018. It had 11 seasons. There was a big gap between seasons 9 and 10, so it stopped with season 9, and then there was such an uproar, people wanted it back on TV, so it came back for seasons 10 and 11. It is a crime drama mystery, and it was brilliant. The plot is there's two FBI agents, Mulder and Scully, and they investigate the strange and unexplained cases that normal law enforcement officers tend to avoid. Aliens, zombies, ghosts, monsters. They had a. The funny thing was, it was a Monster of the Week program. That kind of thing. But this had a number of hitches. One of the agent's sister had been abducted by aliens, and they hadn't brought her back. The other one, one of the other hitches was there were hidden forces paramount in a government conspiracy that were working hard to try to stop them. I always wondered why the X-Files was still open if the shadow conspiracy people were trying to stop them. If they had the power to stop them, why not just stop them? And they did for most of a season, as I recall. They sent them out on weird errands looking for, fertilizer bombs and bullshit like that. But all in all, I really love the series. The cast is David Duchovny, Gillian Anderson, Mitch Pileggi, Pileggi. I still don't know how you pronounce his name, but they're all great actors, and one actress and two actors, really great performers. Now, when this show was on, I was obsessed. I never missed an episode. I scheduled my gaming around it so I could watch it. It came on Friday nights, and I didn't game on Friday nights because if I did, I made sure it was over with by the time, And it was brilliant. It was absolutely brilliant until the last episode of season 9. I don't want to give it away, but I have to explain exactly what happened. I don't want to go too deep because I don't want to ruin it for you, but the whole point of a series like this is the hope that the truth will come out. They're investigating, trying to get the truth. The last episode made it very clear that the shadow conspiracy wasn't going to allow that truth to come out. No matter what they did or what they tried or who said what or what evidence they had, they weren't going to let it come out. To me, that tells me the entire series was an exercise in futility, a waste of time. And I'm not going to go into detail, but you'll see what I mean. Up until then, it was brilliant. So you got 9 seasons. Now, they had 2 recent seasons that were okay, but there are recent events that happened that literally ruined it. The series, the last 2 seasons were okay, but because of stuff that was going on in our real world, in our government, it's hard to top that. How can you have agents chasing a government conspiracy about aliens when we know Hillary Rodham Clinton conspired to do much worse things in real life? The Benghazi and the 33,000 emails and the Russian collusion with the Rosatom and all that crap. She did that. That was real. The Clinton body count is real. I mean, we can't prove they had anything to do with it, but there's a hell of a lot of string of dead bodies behind them. You see what I'm saying? How can we look at a show about government conspiracies when that's happening in real life? It kind of makes a pale shadow. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to take it seriously. Kind of made it dull, actually. And then the last one took a lot of shots at Donald Trump, and I don't mind that, but it kind of overplayed It overshadowed the thing, you know. Basically, what it boiled down to, these last 2 seasons, Hillary Clinton out conspiracied Chris Carter, the guy who does the conspiracy, you know, who does the X-Files. He can't hold. How can you write a show about a government conspiracy when there's a real government conspiracy that people know about, that's out in the open, that's far worse than anything you could put in there? It just loses its luster. You know what I'm saying? And there's a couple of really good episodes in this the last 2 seasons. There's one where there's it's supposed to be like a Monster of the Week thing where the guy's actually a lizard or whatever, and he tells a story about having sex with Scully, and it's just ridiculously bad. It's so funny. And then another one where Mulder takes acid and he's dancing down the street, line dancing in a Western bar. It's freaking hilarious. If you get a chance to watch these, they're really good. They are. But don't become so engrossed in it that you... Let me rephrase that. They're really good. If you can ignore the futility in that last episode of season 9, and if you can ignore what Hillary Clinton did, then the last 2 seasons are really great. So, other than that, they were really, really great. I love the series. I would like to own it, but I can't bring myself to buy it because that last episode in season 9, I at the time, I kind of felt like they owed me back pay. 1 hour a week for minimum wage, you know what I'm saying? I watched it, I got invested in it, and then you did this, you know, that kind of thing. But anyway, if you get a chance to watch it, it's actually pretty good. You folks have a good day. God bless one and all.